What's going on, everybody? It's Matt Marchese, also known as Islanders Daily, your daily news from the four-time Stanley Cup champions, New York Islanders, and we're back with another episode today. Obviously, didn't film the post-game during the Tampa Bay, was busy. Got to watch it, though. The Islanders were able to find a way to beat the Tampa Bay Lightning once more in a game where they were outplayed, but Ilia Sorokin continues to shine, and we're going to talk a little bit about Ilia Sorokin in a little bit. But something that was announced that I haven't had the time to talk about is Bo Horvat's injury. It is only 1 to 3 weeks. The Islanders survived the scare. Bo Horvat is not going to be out long term, which everybody can take a sigh, breath, good fresh breath of air, sigh of relief right there, because losing him would have been detrimental to the New York Islanders for this season. Obviously, so far in this season, 32 games played. He has 19 goals and 12 assists for 31 points, and he's a player you can't lose. He's just a player you can't lose, and the fact that he is avoided the worst, when I saw the injury, it looked very, very nerve-wracking, very scary, but luckily it's nothing too serious, and he should be back in due time in 1 to 3 weeks. So we can breathe in that sigh of relief, really, because if Bo Horvat was out for an extended period of time, that would have just been detrimental. It would have been upsetting, would have been just frustrating with him having such a good season. But he avoids it 1 to 3 weeks, so he will be missing a few games there. Obviously, Jonathan Drouin did come back on Saturday, but he's not, Bo Horvat or anything like that. But it's okay to have him back for those games. He's still a solid player to have. And yeah, so the Islanders are okay. Bo Horvat will be back in due time, and hopefully he's able to keep up where he was going. Hopefully it's not like an Anthony Duclair situation from last year where they kind of rush him back from the injury. Just make sure that he is okay. That is all we can do. Make sure he is A-OK. And yeah, so it's good that he avoided that injury because, like I said, he's just such an important player, Bo Horvat. He's been great, and he's just been playing great hockey. And thank goodness it is not too serious. And the next up is the Islanders are 6-1 in their last 7, but that is not the biggest thing. Biggest thing I want to talk about were some of the teams that they have beaten in this 6-on-1 time in these last 7 games. And people they've beaten they've beaten the Tampa Bay Lightning 3 times, who are the first place team in the Atlantic Division. The Islanders went 3-0 against them. They swept the season series against them. That is truly remarkable and great hockey right there by the Islanders. Obviously, Ilia Sorokin was just dominant in all 3 games against the Lightning. We'll talk about Sorokin after the 6-on-1 here. But yeah, he's just been great. He has just been great for the New York Islanders, Ilia Sorokin, and they beat Tampa Bay 3 times. So that's a big, huge, beat the team first in the Atlantic, and then that's not all they beat. They beat Anaheim, who was first in the Pacific when we beat them. They went down to second place now, but again, another great win against a good team. And then you beat Vegas, who was first in the Pacific when you also beat them. They are now back to first in the Pacific Division. So you beat the 2 best teams in the Pacific Division, the New York Islanders did. And then you beat the Colorado Avalanche, who are the first place team in the Central Division and by far the best team in the NHL, only having 2 regulation losses this season, with one of them being to the New York Islanders, the other against the Boston Bruins earlier in the year. But the most impressive thing about that is in these wins, you were without Paul Mary for all 7. He'll be done for the season. You were without Pajot for 4 of the 7 games. You were without Drouin for 5 of the 7 games. You were without Horvat for the 1 game. And then you've been without Romanov for the 7 games. And then he is also likely out of the season. Those are very important players to the New York Islanders, and they're missing them. And the Islanders were still able to go 6-1, still able to beat Tampa Bay 3 times, able to beat Colorado, Vegas, and Anaheim. That is remarkable. And Patrick Waugh has these guys playing. He has these guys believing in themselves. The players are working hard. They are playing good hockey. Now, hopefully they can keep up this stretch. Obviously, I feel like they lose against the teams they should be beating, like the St. Louis Blues and the Florida Panthers, who obviously are reigning Stanley Cup champions, but they've been struggling this year. So it's weird to see how the Islanders beat these teams and then lose to, a couple not as good teams. But if they're able to click, they're a very good, very dangerous team, and they are a team to watch out for, especially with how Ilia Sorokin is playing. And then that is where we're going to go next. Talk a little bit about Ilia Sorokin. Because why? He has been the superstar we know him to be, Ilia Sorokin. And since October 31st, Ilia Sorokin is 10-4-1 with a 1.92 goals against average and a 932 save percentage with 3 shutouts. Tip the hat, man. What a game. What a start by Ilia Sorokin here. Obviously struggled early on in the season. The goaltending coach change happens, it occurs, and Ilia Sorokin since then has been playing as like the Ilia Sorokin of old. He has been locked down, he's seen the puck well, and he single-handedly dominated the Tampa Bay Lightning. If you were to go on Instagram or on Twitter or anything, you would see Lightning fans just being like, what the hell, man? Ilia Sorokin is just a brick wall saving everything, and hopefully he's able to continue this hot stretch of hockey that Sorokin has been playing, because when Sorokin is playing like this, the Islanders can win any game. It's as simple as that. I mean, we've seen him. He's been a Vezina Trophy finalist. He's just such a great player, Ilia Sorokin, when he's on his game, and it's so important to have him playing this good if the Islanders want to keep up pace. Obviously, we're second place in the Metropolitan Division. Second. Who would have saw that coming? I mean, we were first place for a few hours the other day. But just to be this good, I know preseason, a lot of people were saying, Islanders not good, no shot. And a lot of people are okay with that. I mean, during the season, game number 3 after the Islanders lost to the Winnipeg Jets, I went on a huge rant on this channel. I lost my mind. You guys can go back and find that video. It's from the 3rd game of the season. It's about 17 minutes long. I am losing my mind about the Islanders there. And since then, it has been unbelievable what the New York Islanders have been doing. I mean, they're shocking everybody. They're shocking so many people. And it's just awesome to see. It's just awesome. These guys, Matthew Schaefer has turned this franchise around almost. Like, obviously, it's not just him, but just getting somebody like him just seems to have turned this franchise around. Patrick Waugh is coaching great hockey right now. He has the guys ready for these games, and that's all you can really say. That is all you can really say. Obviously, the Islanders will not have a game. It's tomorrow for me. It will be when this video is uploaded. The Islanders will not be playing a game on Monday. So be sure to leave your comments down below. I want to talk more about comments, so leave your guys' comments down below, and I want to talk about what you guys have to say, give some points, and I'll talk about the points, my opinions on what you guys are saying. So, yeah, just please leave the comments down below, and that's going to do it for this episode. Obviously, a short one. Nothing crazy going on in the Islanders' world today with them having an off day after playing the Lightning before they get ready to go once more, the New York Islanders, because they will be getting ready to go, and their next game is on Tuesday against the Detroit Red Wings in Detroit. So, yeah, be ready for that one. But like I said, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and let's go Islanders.